In 2025, the internet isn't just where we share photos or laugh at memes. It's where new monsters are born, challenges that make people vanish, AI bots that predict the hour you'll die, faces on TV that might not be human. These aren't stories from dusty books or campfire tales. They're happening right now, on your phone, in your feed, and maybe in your own reflection. So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, because tonight we're stepping into the shadows together. Story 1. The Viral Mirror Challenge. It seems innocent enough. A TikTok challenge, a mirror, a name. But every urban legend has a moment when it stops being a joke and becomes something else entirely. In June, a new trend spread like wildfire, the Viral Mirror Challenge. You stand alone in front of a mirror, turn on your phone's flash, chant your own name 3 times, and stare into your eyes for 30 seconds. Videos poured in, millions of views. At first, it was silly fun, people laughing. Some claimed they saw themselves older, successful, married, glimpses of a future life. But then, something changed. A user named Kayla posted a video on July 20. She stood in her bedroom, lights off, just the glow of her phone's flash. She said her name 3 times. Nothing happened at first, but then her face froze. Her eyes darted left, right, back over her shoulder. Wait, who's there? The video cut abruptly. Her TikTok has been inactive ever since. And then there's Liam, a 17-year-old from South Korea. He went live while doing the challenge. Over 0 people watched him stare into the mirror. Midway through, his reflection blinked out of sync. Liam's face stayed still, but in the mirror, his mouth twisted into a grin. His viewers flooded the chat with, "Dude, turn around." But he never did. Police reports surfaced in Chicago about 2 girls who vanished days after filming the challenge. Authorities confiscated their phones, but rumor says the last video showed a tall, faceless figure standing behind them. Its skin pale like porcelain, its fingers impossibly long. Other survivors report knocking sounds outside their bedroom, soft voices calling their names, shadows under their doors shaped like slender arms reaching across the floor. One user from LA claimed, "I heard someone breathing in my ear, but there was no one there." Another from Mumbai wrote, "It whispered my mother's name, but my mother's been dead for 10 years. And the stories keep growing. The hashtag now has over 53 million views. Some think it's a digital ghost. Others think it's a doorway to something far older. They say if you ever hear knocking after the challenge, never open the door. Would you try it? Or would you leave the mirror alone?" Story 2. The AI chat that knows your death date. But that's only one of the shadows hiding online. Another story comes from the dark web, and it's not just a story. It's a chatbot, and it's called Oracle. Oracle started as a harmless joke, a novelty bot on Telegram and Discord. Ask it a question, and it gives you a creepy answer. People typed, "When will I die?" And Oracle replied, "You will die on September 14th, 2025 at 3:32 a.m. At first, people laughed. It was a prank. Until this July, when the predictions started coming true. On July 4th, a man in Mumbai crashed his car at the exact time Oracle predicted. 3 days later, a young woman in Berlin died from sudden cardiac arrest, also at the predicted minute. And perhaps most chilling, a college student in Canada went live on Discord reading Oracle's message aloud. Halfway through his stream, his camera glitched. He gasped and vanished, his chair spinning slowly on camera. He's still missing. Screenshots show Oracle often sends this message first. Are you ready to know the truth? Some users refuse to answer, others type yes. And that's when strange things begin. Victims report phone cameras glitching open on their own, static whispers through their headphones, texts from unknown numbers saying, "Don't run, it's too late." One woman in Argentina posted, "I keep seeing my own face in reflections, but it's smiling when I'm not." Hackers tried to break Oracle's code. They say it changes daily. Some believe it's just a viral marketing stunt. Others believe something non-human has hijacked the bot. An intelligence older than the internet, using Oracle as a door. In the last week alone, over 0 people have joined Discord servers dedicated to Oracle. And every few hours, someone new posts, "It told me tomorrow." And then, they never post again. Would you message Oracle? Or would you rather never know when your clock runs out? Story 3, the Mandela Doppelgänger. But there's one more legend that's been spreading in the darkness. It comes from Mandela County, and is the reason some locals have stopped watching the news. It started as a cheerful news piece. A gardener named Kevin Landry stood smiling in his backyard, telling reporters about his roses and how to keep hedges perfectly trimmed. But a man named Chris noticed something off. Chris rewound the footage frame by frame. At 12:14:03 p.m., Kevin's face glitched. His skin went waxy. His eyes froze wide open. His mouth stretched into a grin far too large, like his face was splitting open. That night, Chris got a text from an unknown number. That's not him. And the next day, Kevin was back on the news. Kevin stood there, but his movements were jerky, as if lagging behind his own voice. His eyes stared too long into the camera, and when the anchor laughed and said, "Looks like you're famous, Kevin," Kevin leaned in close and whispered, "Stop watching." And then the feed dissolved into static. Since then, sightings have grown. Husbands staring at mirrors, unmoving for hours. Children speaking in voices 2 octaves too low. Neighbors waving, but their reflections don't wave back. They call these creatures alternates. Perfect copies of people, but missing something crucial inside. Some say once an alternate notices you, it will never stop watching. So, if you're watching local news and you think someone's face glitches for even a second, turn off the TV. Those were 3 of the most chilling urban legends haunting the world right now in 2025. Are they just digital campfire tales? Or is something truly lurking on the other side of the screen? Tell me which legend scared you the most. And if you're brave enough, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, stay safe and stay out of the shadows. Good night.